All right, let's do it. Built to Win 2016.
2016.
We sitting up here with Team Gangrene Bella, sponsored by who you sponsor? Let's talk to us a little bit.
I got quite a few sponsors. I got a lot of help. You know, I got Brock Performance, Larry Hardcore, Rob Bush Motorsports, Alex Hughes, HRP Performance, Dragbike.com, ARC. Who else I got? Ballistic Batteries is my #1 sponsor. They were the first one that ever helped me out. Bike Paparazzi, Asphalt and Opportunity, Basic Bike Shop, and #1, and last but not least, Cooper Performance. He has helped me out the most. Gotta give a special shout out to Cooper Performance.
There you go. So shoot, talk to me what you're building over here in the corner. I know you've been talking about everybody been following you on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we know that you're trying to build this bike for your son.
I started out building my own bike, and my son been with me the whole time, following me, running behind us, trying to get on it and ride it. So finally one day, I said I'm gonna build him one. I got a buddy Tupac, the Tupac bike. He sent my son over there to get his bike one day to push it up to the line, and my son come riding up on it. So after that, you know, I felt like he might be ready, so I started building him one of his own over here in the corner. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, we're gonna have him out there. He's gonna be doing his thing.
There you go. Talk to us, youngster. Tell us your name.
Jamaruis.
How old are you?
14.
14? You ready for this?
Yeah.
You say, yeah? Smiling. Hey, I started riding dirt bikes myself, probably at the age of about 11, 12. Once you get the gears and everything down, everything else is just getting used to the weight of the bike.
Right.
You know?
Clutch is the hardest part. You know, he know how to work the clutch. He started out on this one right here when he was, he started out on one of them little electric pocket rockets when he was 4 years old.
Uh-huh.
I got him that like when he was 5 and had that, then he jumped up to that, and now we taking him to that. So
that's what's up. Like, so you
start
him young and ain't no telling where he'll be at in a couple years.
That's right. We hoping so.
So who your idols in this race game? I know you got some idols. You've been around some of the best.
Richard and Jack.
Lil Rich and Lil Jack, aka Legacy Jack. Them two pretty good riders to try to follow up on. They both at the top of their game right now.
I'm sure Richard gonna be there with him on his first pass. That's what we're talking about anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
Richard drag race is cool.
So how long you been in this race game?
Man, it's been at least 20 years for me. You know, I sold I was 19 years old and I sold my car and I bought a bike, my first bike, and I've just been in it ever since. You know, and then about a year later I sold my street bike and I bought a race bike, and I've been just doing the racing thing ever since.
Like I said, you and I, we kind of hit it off, about 2-3 years ago?
Oh yeah.
Found out we were both from the VA area, through Johnny Map, and everything kind of flowed since then, you know.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your days racing at Summer Duck.
Man, Summer Duck. Hey, I used to love Summer Duck. You know, Summer Duck was like one of my favorite tracks to go to because they used to pay $50 for the fastest Suzuki and $50 for the fastest overall bike.
Uh-huh.
Back then, I used to win it a lot of times. So it was $100 for me back then just to show up. So
yeah.
I used to enjoy Summer Duck. You know, and Palm Beach was my home track. Started out there doing my thing, winning just about every other weekend. Me and Julie Clark used to battle, and you know, we had a good time. Shane Proctor, all of us used to just battle for first place back then.
That's what's up. That's what's up. 2000 what?
2004 Suzuki Hayabusa.
2004. What was the concept? I'm pretty sure you would never thought when you first got this bike that it would have had the fame and notoriety in the race game that it's got today. Talk to us a little bit how
I really don't know how it became so popular. I just don't know. When I first bought this bike, I had a drag bike, a green drag bike. I used to call it Gang Green. And I said I wanted to get out of racing, so I traded a guy. He had a regular street bike. I traded him my drag bike for a regular old Hayabusa. And I rode it on the street probably about 3 months. I said, this ain't me. I'm getting a little older now, and it's more dangerous out here, so I just converted over to a drag bike. And here it is today. Team Budlight Lime. I had a lot of good help, a lot of good sponsors, and I'm proud of my bike.
I think the biggest thing that a lot of folks recognize is the paint job.
Paint job.
How did the paint job concept come about?
Well, I had my buddy paint it, Tony Lovelace, LRP Performance. Me and him just came up, we was gonna do solid green. So he did it in kind of like in his backyard, in his garage. And when I came here to Atlanta and I met up with Michael Uptown Graphics. And he worked out a deal with me and he said he's gonna paint it his way. And I kept calling this guy. He wouldn't answer the phone because he worked on it at night. And in daytime he slept. So I called him, he wouldn't answer the phone. I was like, man, this guy ain't gonna do me good. When I seen it, he said, man, I told you I worked on it at night. When I seen it, I was shocked. I didn't know he was even gonna do that much work on the bike. He worked on it all night long for about a week. And this is my concept of what I came out of with, but I had no idea that it was gonna turn out as good as it did. He kind of shocked me with my paint job. My son's bike gonna come out to be the same way. We ain't really came up with a paint scheme on it yet. We're gonna do it this weekend actually. My buddy Tony Lovelace gonna paint it for me Friday night and Saturday. So we're gonna work out something on that one. We're gonna surprise the world with his paint job.
Talk to me a little bit. First time you get on that bike and you hit 100. You ready for that?
Mm-hmm.
Said, Said it ain't nothing. And you gotta have that mentality. You gotta have that mentality when you get out there. No fear type mentality. Talk to me about little Richard Gadson. That's your idol, right?
Yeah. The reason he's my idol is because he's almost ridden almost any speed. I really want to do that. He's ridden a lot of people's bikes. Everybody loves him. But most of all, it's just he's helped me and my dad out a lot. He's talked to me about some of the stuff. It's just been there.
There you go. So pretty much as we see the grudge scene evolve, when Budlight Lime came out, I remember 2013, Budlight Lime was unstoppable, undefeated.
Yeah, 2013 we had an awesome year. We basically won just about every race we did. I think we lost one race up in Shadeside. Other than that, we basically had an undefeated year. The bike won a lot of races, and also Richard Gadson won a lot of races that our bike shouldn't have won, but due to him riding it, I feel like he was the major part of a lot of our wins. Yeah, we just went undefeated for the whole year. I mean, we won a few dollars. Our bank account was doing pretty good that year, but 2014 it kind of went in the negative because we had some problems. Last year we had a lot of problems. We didn't really. There was one little wire loose, so we couldn't find it in the electrical system. It took us like the whole year to find it out. Thanks to Richard Gadson and Jeremy Rossi, he helped us find it. So, ever since then, the bike's been back on point. We've been running strong. So, we're coming out this year. We got Avengers, so we got to make up for lost time. So, we got a lot of people on our list. A lot of people been throwing little shots out there. We got a guy out here that keeps saying he won't race any street tire, and I feel like I'm any. So, I'm coming to claim that title of any street tire. So, look out, 'cause I'm coming.
There you go. Well, y'all changed the game there for a little while. Y'all made a lot of bike shops step their game up when it came to these street tires.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see the roots of that today, because there's some street tire bikes out there. It seemed like the street tire game died for a little while.
Yeah, it died.
And it came back full effect.
We got guys now taking their flat slick off
and converting them
to street tires.
Exactly.
Street tires is full. We got a full field for the street tire game. So, on these shootouts they mostly have full fields, and you got to be fast to win. So,
yeah.
Shout out to all you winners who already won, but I'm coming.
There you go. Everybody wants to go fast until they see how much it costs to go fast.
Got my money right here, buddy.